yeah, welcome to Georgia Bigfoot in Ohio. Oh, look at this. The no coincidence new location. I heard a tree knock. We were walking, I don't know, I can't narrow it down. If it was, oh my gosh, look at that, shoved into there. That was shoved into there. Pretty cool, haven't seen that. What's cool about, you put all these together, so all of the sign on all of these trees in this little playground area. I guess that's a good name for the video. Just came up with it. So, all the old wood shoved between there. They're older structure, but they're just about in every single tree. Or leaners, like that whole tree leaner. So why do I film this? Just because this is what you film. So I do this because so in my Corky's research channel, my part where it was on thermal of a low crawling is gone. So all I can say is it totally was taken off of there, and that's it. And there you go. So if you see that, it misses, it skips over at like the 6-minute mark, and that's because I had it, and it's gone. And it was live streamed, so it's gone. So it's okay. It aired, of course, right through it. Even though it was on the original live stream, people were commenting on it that I know that actually saw it, but in the processing, it's gone. Just that section. There's so many things going on here. That's like a really old structure to me, and it's broken but still there. This is getting into like a mini Colorado type deal, where they're a lot like Colorado in the way that they do things. Are they watching us somewhere? It looks like I got a zoom moment way down there. I don't know. I'm trying to hold this still. I'm panning back and forth. That's me stepping on a stick that was under my foot. I'm trying to get, look at that X. Huh. Like peeking between those trees. I don't know. But I'll tell you, on thermal, I got a low crawl. But it doesn't matter, it's gone. I only have the story because that's it. My story, that's all you got. It figures. When you actually get something, there you go. I'm using a loopholed thermal. Of course, not right now, but that's what I had when I filmed it. I appreciate everyone watching the videos. I'm sure there's a few more views than show up, but you know, it's just that some people care, and that's good enough. The comments are always positive. Because it's legit, you get what you get. And it's legit, and that's it. I don't claim of anything more than just being legit. And Corky's research channel is legit. And there's another guy I want to mention. He's asked for a little bit of a shout out to grow his channels when he can. Mid-South Sasquatch YouTube. he has legit areas. He's filming. He has legit experience. Everybody's different, and everybody, you know, Corky's different than me, and you know, we think similar after not even really knowing the guy too well. I mean, except on Facebook. He has his own Corky's research on Facebook. It turns out we have an agreement of a whole lot after all the experience, that it's very, very similar after you're in this for a while. What your belief is, what it just ends up being, because you can't explain everything, so you have to go off what the clues are. Like a police officer, you analyze what you have for evidence, and then you go from there and you make an assumption of what's the most logical thing out of it. But then there's times you just can't make any type of logic. Look at this, woven. Amazing. Could possibly find a footprint in here. I'm looking. They're all touching. You can't, you don't have an explanation for what all of it is. And that's just, I just don't have an explanation. And I truly do not know. I believe these structures are for energy, and this is the prettiest, most recent looking thing here. And I've never seen any of this. You're seeing it for the first time with me, that it's ever been filmed that I know of. Look at that one, how that goes all the way up to there. That's like 25 feet high. And then it's a beautiful tree with a bunch of knots. We don't even know like what the actual tree has for actual memory and energy in the tree itself. We don't understand. I mean, the trees can react to us. That's my son stepping on a stick. There's sticks everywhere to step on, so. Wow, there's a beautiful tree. I mean, the knots on here, that's so beautiful. I almost want to cut it out of the tree and take it home, but I'm not going to. But that's like how beautiful this tree is. It's a thing of beauty. And of course, this is the tree they've chosen. It's always the biggest tree around that gets the most in an area like this. I've found that the biggest, tallest, oldest tree, most beautiful tree gets the full treatment, like to honor the tree. And that stick is shoved straight in the ground. Look at that sucker. I could go pull on that sucker, but it's shoved straight into the ground. And there's no tree above it to fall off of. It just got jammed in there. I mean, all this isn't by chance. That was a thump. That was almost like a foot stomp. So foot stomps, I've heard them many times. It sounds like a thump. If you hear a thump, they give little indicators. I think somebody's around. We heard a wood knock, and now that really, you have to really be. It's hard to do a video and then really be full squatching. Look at that. Look at these trees, and look at this, Drew. How they're all bent over and they all touch in one way or another. It touches here, it touches there, it goes across off of this one, which is a dead one, which they left the big spear, and they left this spear, and it touches there, going into this, right through there, touching all there, going into that. So, like Callie of Colorado Forest Beings, he's my buddy. So Callie, let me explain this, Drew, so he's my buddy, and his deal is he's focusing on how all these touch and finding out what the meaning is, and how they'll like knock down all the dead things, but they leave the ones like this that go like a spire. They just leave it. And that's universal. That's like, all over the country and all over the world. They just leave it. They just know. I mean, and they like hold vibration. Energy is as good as I can guess, or other. X, beautiful. And it just all, and that is bent through there and goes right through. That is amazing stuff there. It's simple, but amazing. And the structures will lead you to where you need to go. So you just look for the sign. Now, it isn't in every single state exactly, but somewhere in your state is some of this, no matter where you go. I happen to go frequently from Ohio to Georgia, and right now there's so many snakes and the risk and the heat and everything. And so wintertime in Georgia turns into immediate hunting season. So you can't walk in these areas that you can in the summer when it's literally nasty and covered in bugs and spiders and snakes. And then the rest of the time when you would want to go in, it's now hunting season with a hunting preserve, which preserves the forest, but at the same time, you're going to get shot when you go in, so you can't. So it's the only time it's manageable with temperature and you're not dying like you're in a jungle of 100-degree weather. Then it's unmanageable. So it becomes very difficult. Unless I'm in North Georgia, which is cooler, but it's a 5-hour trip through Atlanta, one way. This is an amazing little structure here. Look at that dead tree that's just left there, and it does that nice hook. It's just beautiful. And then this one goes right there, touches them all. It touches to there, which touches to there, which... What's going on with your hat? Okay, just checking, buddy. Just checking. As I would say, I'll make you famous. But that's only to Colorado, Mark. Look at all this mini stuff. Just so happened to fall there. So anyways, this video is going about at the point where I normally stop them, but there was a lot to point out here, and then it goes into philosophy, and I have to talk to philosophy, and the shout out is for Colorado forest beings that he needs to come back and never give up, and then for Colorado Bigfoot, all of the people that watch my videos are probably will probably watch him also. And then there's other channels. I mean, it's Jeff Friend, and Jeff Friend, in one of his videos that I had watched recently, he was talking about Utah Sasquatch, and Utah Sasquatch quit because the latest I heard from him out of his mouth, he didn't want to be known for Sasquatch. But he still has a channel. He just took everything down that was Bigfoot related. And he was a really good, although maybe he doesn't agree with everyone else, and he went good on the tracking of what you should do, and he was very informative. So he may have not been, I watched every one of his videos that was when I was really wanting to learn, and I found him a good person to learn from. So I've taken from all these channels when I originally thought of all these things, and look at this sucker. There is so much woven between there. This is ridiculous. And that one, but this is ridiculous. It's older. It appears most of it's older stuff. They just constantly make new ones. And look at those branches, both broke, same direction, going across, touching there, touching to a big arch, which goes there, which has the things going off of there. I don't know. I know Jeff Friend points out some of this stuff, and Leanne Carnegie points out the more stuff. And there's different channels that go into different things. It's hard because you got to be well-rounded to go through all the many things to do with this subject. But the number one thing is the ones who don't mention any of the tree structures. And look at this stuff. There's an X right in the middle, suspended in air, as Colorado Bigfoot would say, a perfect symmetrical X on top. And you can't forget Bronzini. He got his channel going quickly. He put a lot of effort into it. Probably way more than me. But, I mean, it's just, everyone, there's a lot of people that are doing their own thing, and you end up with what you end up with. And so be it. I mean, everyone, you put your opinions together, you watch different channels, and I don't even know, I probably missed some tridents in this video, because man, they love their tridents. You cannot forget the tridents. And this is shoved straight into the ground right in front of me. This is just amazing. And look at that X right there in front of the tree. This is all like a playground. This just is pretty open. It's just a playground. So this is awesome. I appreciate you watching. This is a beautiful new area. I mean, it's just, this is one of many. I could just go on and go on and go on and search more and more and more and more, and it would never end. So that's the thing about it. It never ends. You could keep going, and they ain't going anywhere. They ain't disappearing. They've been here before us, and they're going to keep going after us. What was that? I noticed that my camera picks up a lot of bird sounds, that more than the actual ear. So I've been told. Oh, look at that holly, I think. It's so pretty there. It's all by itself here. I don't even know. You do this to share with the people, so the people that can't get out, they have a way. And just everyone that comes in new, they have a way. And there's some kind of truth being put out on it. Because that's what I needed when I got into this. You wanted validation for what happened. And you just want to know what's going on. To explain your experience. And there you go. All right. Thanks everyone for watching. I'm sure I'll be recording more in the near future. I just have to find something to record. And absolutely, it could be Salt Fork. And we'll see what I can... But there's some massive structures around it. Like really big ones. So we will see what we see. And bless everybody. God bless everybody. May your time be good in the name of the Lord Jesus Christ. And everything happy in your life. And if you need healing, then may that be with you and touch your heart. And what is that little footprint? I don't know. Looks like a foot right there. Right next to me. Like my foot's right along it. Looks like toes. But it's older. But of course there'd be prints here. There's structures everywhere. So. Alright. Again, I'm trying to leave, but I wanted to pray for everybody. Give everybody blessing. And just share the love and a positive message in this world that we need it. We've never needed it more. And in general, everyone's good. In general, everyone is good. People are not going out of their way to be mean. And those that do will go to the wrong place. Thanks for watching. See you soon.